We're now going to look at the PRINCE2 principles to help you understand how the PRINCE2 principles underpin the PRINCE2 method. There are 7 principles: continued business justification, learn from experience, defined roles and responsibilities, manage by stages, manage by exception, focus on products, tailor to suit the project. We're going to look at each of those in turn, starting with continued business justification. A PRINCE2 project must be justified before it starts. We don't want to waste resources on projects that aren't justified. Justification should remain valid. The justification may change, but it's important that the project and justification remain consistent, i.e. the project is delivering the products that are going to deliver the business benefit that are contained within the justification. Justification is documented in a business case and must be approved. Learn from experience. We should learn from experience when starting a project to avoid repeating errors from previous projects, but also to ensure that we replicate successes as much as possible. We should also learn as the project progresses and as the project closes. Generally speaking, the more frequently we learn from experience, the more likely we are to successfully learn lessons, because there'll be fewer to learn. The less frequently we try to learn from experience, the less successful we're likely to be, because there'll be a bigger list of things to try and learn and the organisation won't be able to cope with all of them. So more frequently learning lessons is better. Define roles and responsibilities. A project's management structure is different to business as usual. In order for the project to be a success, it's important that we have the right people and that they know what's expected of them. This helps with effective communication. Very often when a project goes wrong and lessons are learnt, one of the lessons is that we need more effective communication. So ineffective communication has caused something to go wrong or has been a major contributory factor to something going wrong on the project. All projects have 3 primary stakeholders whose interests need to be represented: the business, users and suppliers. So the business is looking for a return on investment, it's investing money in the project and it's looking for a greater return than the resources invested. The users are the particular employees of the business who will be using the project's outputs, the products the project produces. And the suppliers are the organisations, internal and external, that are supplying something to the project. Manage by stages. Planning can only be at the level of detail that is manageable and foreseeable. We refer to this as the planning horizon. The further into the future we try to predict what's going to happen, the less likely we are to be successful. PRINCE2 solves this problem by dividing the project into at least 2 management stages, having a high-level project plan and a detailed stage plan for the current stage. PRINCE2 also plans, delegates, monitors and controls 1 stage at a time. We need to achieve a balance between management control and management time. Having a greater number of stages and shorter stages will provide us with more control, but will take more management time. Having fewer stages and longer stages provides less control but takes less time. Typically, the more certain we are of outcome, the fewer stages and the longer the stages will be, because we'll need less control. That will mean there'll be less management time spent as well. If the outcome is uncertain, if it's a new project, if it's an innovative project in an area we haven't addressed before, there's likely to be more uncertainty, and therefore will require more stages. They're likely to be shorter. This will take more management time, but it will provide us with more control. The fundamental principle behind management stages is breaking a problem down into smaller, more manageable pieces. You may have heard the saying, "How do you eat an elephant? One mouthful at a time." We're taking a big problem, the elephant, and we're breaking it down into smaller, bite-sized chunks. And fundamentally, that's what we're doing. In management of portfolios, we take the portfolio and break it down into programs and projects. In managing successful programs, we break the programs down into projects and also tranches. Tranches are time boxes. In PRINCE2, we break projects down into work packages, areas of functionality, and stages. And stages again are time boxes. On agile projects, methodologies and frameworks like Scrum break products down into backlog items, areas of functionality, and sprints, which are time boxes. Breaking down of problems into stages, into time boxes, is a common activity across many methodologies.